This right here is Asmongold witnessing someone hacking live during one of his streams.
Oh my god. Yup. How is this so bad? Oh my god.
This is Tectone experiencing hacking live during one of his streams.
What is happening? Bro, please not again.
You're the best taxi.
Bro, why is this bug a thing, dude? Wait, so a hacker can just keep me up here forever? So it's just like somebody who sees me streaming and they can decide that they can send me to the shadow realm indefinitely?
This is someone hacking their suppressor, achieving a level that is, or at least at the time was impossible. This is someone speed hacking that they posted in a YouTube video that has people genuinely asking how to replicate it. And yeah, I know for a fact, all I'm gonna get down in the comments are a bunch of people saying, oh my god, STIX did a negative video on Tower of Fantasies trying to destroy it. I'm genuinely not even kidding. That is literally every delusional Tower of Fantasy White Knight in the community right now. I posted a video similar to this over on my STIX channel yesterday, trying to get the attention of the staff and the general community. It was shorter in a more easily digestible format because less instances of hacking had happened at the time that I created that video. And the comment section is filled with people telling me blatantly that kind of hacking, that kind of abuse, and those kinds of exploits are acceptable, and that I am merely making a big deal out of it. I am making a big deal out of people hacking, exploiting, and abusing various areas of the game for their own personal gain. Are you dumb? Now I get it. If there's one thing that I've learned from making videos dedicated to video games that people love online, it is that people absolutely unabashedly hate anything that does not fit the narrative that they've created in their heads, which makes sense. To them, Tower of Fantasy is the epitome of perfection. Nothing that happens, regardless of how negative, could possibly impact what they envision this game to be, which, again, guys, is delusional. I love WoW and Final Fantasy XIV, but I criticize the hell out of them because I am capable of discerning the difference between something good and something bad. Hacking is bad. Abuse is bad. Exploiting a game for your own personal gain is bad. Before we go any further, I just want to take a moment here to thank all of the absolute chads and chadettes that support this channel via Patreon. You're all freaking legends. Seriously, each and every single one of you. I would offer to give each of you a kiss, but I suffer from severe intimacy issues. Additionally, if you want to stay up to date with all the latest MMO gacha and gaming news, take a second here to follow MRSSSTIX and I over on Twitter. We tweet daily. Tower of Fantasy has been a relative success thus far. There's no contesting that opinion, but it has definitely run into its fair share of issues. I did an expose on the Chinese version of the game before the global version launched, which I urge you to go ahead and check out if you haven't already, but what I did not cover were all of the instances of abuse, of hacks, and duplication issues that they had, because I thought that it was irrelevant, until I realized earlier today that we are running off of the same version that China had, and as such, we are experiencing the exact same exploits that were present in each of their respective versions, meaning that soon we're likely to come across the same duplication bug that was a nail in the coffin for the game within China. But since that has yet to happen, and I will most definitely cover it when it inevitably does, what I want to cover today is what is going on right now. The mess that has been covered repeatedly all over social media, including their own Discord channel. According to the Reddit thread that first brought this to the attention of players 2 days ago, there is a severe hacking problem going on right now. As you can see from a comment further down in the thread, Tectone, another streamer, was being teleported up into the sky and being dropped along with other players to their potential deaths. You can see that happening on screen right now, with viewers telling him in his chat to change to another channel in an attempt to escape the hackers. What's worse is that once again, this actually happened within the Chinese version of the game, meaning that the fixes that were issued in the Chinese version were not implemented in the global version, showing a severe level of ineptitude from the devs. This level of incompetence is laughable and reminds me of the hacking and duplication issues that ran rampant during the global release of Bless Online several years ago. This is proof of an absolutely half-assed global port. Amazon Game Studios would be incredibly proud of what you guys have achieved thus far. Going back to the OP, he notes that there are blatant hacking problems present. He references the leaderboards on Solaris. I play on Radiant, so I haven't seen this, but there are supposedly players with impossible achievement scores, maxed out suppressors, at least at the time that the post was made. He further goes on to provide evidence to his claim of suppressor hacking at the time of the post going live, the 13th of August 2022. Supposedly, the max level was 3.5. You could not go any higher than that. It was not possible due to the limitations imposed on progress each day. However, another user supplied images showing separate accounts with suppressor levels at 7.5, which is unattainable. The same users in question are, once again, supposedly on top, or were on top, of several rankings. I was under the impression that they wouldn't be any longer, but according to various Discord posts, the people abusing these exploits over the first 2 days were in fact not banned. Rather, they merely attempted to fix the exploit in question. Now, I will note here that people in the comment section of the video that I posted on my STIX channel told me that this does not matter. It does not matter if hackers are boosting their stats or boosting their suppressors or their gear, because it does not directly affect them or impact them, specifically them personally, in PvP. So because something is not directly affecting you, means it is okay. If someone is taking advantage of millions of people, and these millions of people are being made homeless, that is acceptable by your standards merely because you are not homeless and he's not directly taking advantage of you. Again, I reiterate, are you dumb? Now, he goes on to state that these are not mega whales, and it's true. These aren't whales in any capacity. These are players that have not spent a single cent on the game. Rather, they've spent money on hacking tools, or they know of the vulnerabilities to compromise. Case in point, this is a YouTube video of someone speed hacking. This is a much more minor hack, as it doesn't give them any particular benefit outside of, I guess, being able to traverse the land at rapid rates or move out of and within the immediate range of another player in PvP. These hacks are blatantly being posted across YouTube, across social media, across their own Discord channel, and things are continuing to escalate. They're getting worse. New World suffered from exploits like this, and we all know how that turned out. Tower Fantasy is a very fun game, but we do not need another fun, potentially large, successful gacha MMO, one of the first of its kind, to die due to hackers dominating and abusing every aspect of gameplay. Thus far, the Tower Fantasy team have shown their incompetence, with them giving a slap on the wrist and telling people hacking and exploiting that it is unacceptable, as opposed to taking direct action against them, and have lived up to the low expectations that players have had based off of the disastrous Chinese launch. But they need to do better, and this right here, this right now, this moment in specific is the time to show that not only can they, but that they will. Otherwise, what happened to the Chinese version of the game, the fact that it's completely dead, is going to happen to the global version as well. And those of you that are arguing that it won't, that hacks, that exploits, and that abuse is not going to directly affect the game, you're all delusional. Now, if Tower Fantasy is proving to be too much for you, or if it's just not your thing, I just uploaded a video the other day on what is arguably one of the most fun gacha games, and arguably one of the most fun games I've actually played all year. Or alternatively, here's a list of confirmed gacha games that are launching this year in 2022.